This is the new Brother PT-E500, and we're going to go through some of the simple features. The first two we're going to go through is how to generate a patch panel, along with the serializing that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that data from the patch panel and convert that over to the individual cable wraps. So let's just start off by utilizing some of our easy buttons here. The first one is going to be a patch panel. As you can see, what comes up is your block length first and foremost. That is going to be your port spacing. The next line is going to be the number of blocks. So for your port spacing, let's just say that after you have measured your port with the included patch panel ruler that comes in the hard case kit, we're going to have, let's say, a 0.65 on our port-to-port measurement. In this particular patch panel, it's going to be in a series of 6s. You can also choose your separator or your delineator lines in between. So for right now in this demonstration, we're just going to leave that as it is. Once I get these in place, you're going to hit OK. The next thing it wants is your first port identifier. So we're going to start off with something very simplistic. We're going to go with a A01. We're going to serialize that. Now the serialize button is going to be down here. And when we press the serialize button, you're going to see where it's going to ask, or the machine's going to ask, to specify the range. We're going to do a 48 port patch panel, and because we're changing 2 characters, we want this to go from A01 to A48. The 2 characters we're going to change are the 0 and the 1. The 0 and the 1 will become the 4 and the 8. So there is a cursor that I'm going to move underneath the 0, and then I'm going to hit OK. I'm then going to move it to the right and hit OK again. Now as far as the count is concerned, if you hold the arrow key down, it goes in increments of 5. So as I'm climbing up to 48, here we go. You can also increment it by 1. You can increment it by really as much as you want. I think in this case 9 is the most increment you can do. We're just going to increment by 1, and I'm going to hit OK. Now you can see the machine has built the job for me, A01 through A48. Now I can scroll back through it, and as you can see, there's my numbers. You can also preview this job. When you preview the job, it's WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get, and you can preview this to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like. To get out of the preview, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the escape key. Alright, now this is going to print off in a series of 6s, A01 through A6, A7 through 12, 12 through 18, so forth and whatnot, up until the 48. What you're going to want to use is our 9mm tape. For most patch panels, it's the TZE221. It's generally considered 3/8. However, Brother uses metric, so this particular tape is going to be a 9mm, and this will this can be used on probably 98% of all the patch panels out there. So once that's said and done, and I printed everything off, now it's time to go around back and do the cable wraps. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the cable wrap button here. It's going to ask me the diameter of the cable, my unit of measure up here. Now there are some predetermined lengths in here, or you can set your own length. So here you can do 1 inch, 1 point, it goes up in increments of 1. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my predetermined, and the predetermined, if I use the arrow key to move up and down between those, and then the right key under length, you can see it's got Cat 5, Cat 6, Cat 6E, coax. You can pick your own gauge of wire, and again your own diameter. So if I go to, let's say, a Cat 6E, all I'm going to do is hit the OK key right here, and what it's going to do is it's going to convert all of that data into the individual cable wraps. So by hitting OK, you can see now it's converted those into the individual cable wraps. You can see a little preview up here on the right, but if you want to see exactly what it's going to look like, just hit the preview button. And as you can see, it's a rotate and repeat, which means that as you wrap this around the cable, it's going to repeat the A01 over and over to where you can see it at any angle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to escape out of there. And essentially that is going to be your patch panel and faceplate functions.